Hey everybody, it's Ewoktober, and I've been having a lot of fun painting and playing with the Bright Tree Battle Force, aka the Ewoks in Legion, and I just wanted to kind of show you all the Ewoks I painted and what I did and how that all turned out. So let's start with the big one here. A while back, AMG sent me the ATST, the new expansion, and since I don't play Empire, I got to just go all in on making it Ewok themed. So I started with a sort of a story in my head. What if the ATST that Chewbacca commandeered in Return of the Jedi? What if they just kept it after the battle and the Ewoks, started to decorate it? So I threw on an image of their golden god here, put Chewbacca in there, and then I had an extra Wicket and Logray pack, so I took a Wicket, put it on top, and painted it like Princess Kneesa. Deep cut for all you Ewok fans. As far as the painting process for this, I've tried my best to follow along with Sarastro's ATST tutorial. I went pretty hard with the weathering here because I figured, okay, well, the Ewoks aren't cleaning it. I'm trying to decide if it's done because, it maybe like, should there be like a little rope ladder going up or some netting? Like, I feel like it needs a little bit more Ewok spice. I was thinking about putting these Scout Trooper heads on spikes along the top here, but wasn't super happy with how the painting came out. I think they're a little sloppy. So I don't know if that would actually look good if we put a couple up here. Maybe there could be some more art on this side or something, but that is the ATST. Very happy with this stick. It's a very nice stick I found out in the wilderness right before I bumped into a baby rattlesnake and decided that was enough outdoors for today. Okay, so that is the ATST. Funny to me because it still gets the incognito keyword, despite it being not very incognito at all. They're not hiding the fact that this is not an Imperial ATST. Okay, so let's look over here at all the little dudes. I've got 4 packs of Ewoks, 2 of which I built to be slingers and 2 of which I built to be skirmishers. I'm trying to keep it modeled correctly in case, because I think the current tournament ruling is they have to be identifiable as what they represent. So all slingers are all skirmishers. I really liked the minis for Wicket and Logray. Here's Wicket. So with Wicket and Logray, I took my time. Gave them a little bit more care and attention than with the rest of them. I'm not super happy with how Logray's fur turned out, but other than that, I'm pretty pleased with him. I just think these minis look really nice on the table in front of everything. For the rest of them, what I did was I used speed paints or contrast paints for the fur because this is a lot of guys. I don't have time to give the utmost care and attention to all of these Ewoks. So what I did was I just used speed and contrast paint for the rest of them. Wicket and Logray, they got the nice care and attention. Everyone else, speed and contrast paints. So I had an extra Wicket and Logray pack, as I explained. So with the extra Logray, I took his hat, I chopped it up a little bit and turned it into some shoulder armor for this guy. I had a friend 3D print me some Stormtrooper heads on spikes. So these guys are the slightly more hardcore squad. There's a Stormtrooper stuck on this spiky log here. And then the axe guy also gets one. But yeah, you can probably tell all of these guys were done with just contrast paints. But it works perfectly fine at distance on the table. This was what became of my spare Logray. I found an extra arm with a spear, put it on there. This guy's just some kind of special dual wielding guy. I don't know. He doesn't have a name. Made his spear tips gold in honor of C3PO. When you're painting these, it's fun to try and pick out their little buck teeth. Because a lot of them, their mouths are open. So if you pop in just a little bit of white, you can give the impression of their little buck teeth showing. And for the basing, so for the basing on the ATST and on all of these, I put down Sterling mud from Citadel, painted that green, did some green wash, then some like dry brushing, and then I sprinkled on a bunch of Good and Gather brand Italian seasoning from Target. That's what all this foliage on their bases are, is Italian seasoning from Target. I was using some Army Painter grass that honestly I didn't think looked very good, and so then I switched to Italian seasoning, and I love how it turned out. And they smell nice. And the lunchbox I store them in now smells like Italian seasoning. And if you're curious, this thing was in like the Bullseye's Playground section of Target. I feel like this is sponsored by Target, but it's not. This was like $5 at Target. I might repaint this eventually when I get the chance. Just a nice. It feels like tabletop terrain. I don't know what they expect people at Target to use it for. Yeah, I am very excited and happy with how my Ewoks turned out. I don't plan on buying any more. Four is enough because you can run more than four squads of Ewoks, but at that point, you have to start cutting out some of the commanders because I really like Han and Leia in my list. So, yeah, I'm gonna stick with this for now unless I want to get real memey. So that's all my Ewoks. Let me know if you have any other questions about my process, if I missed anything. Using the contrast paints made these guys go very quick. I am really enjoying playing with these guys, and that's them. So happy Ewoktober, everybody.